Well, we got out of the room before 12 today at least, but not much before we head into the city. That said, it was up sharp this morning. Went out for a wee quick walk. Temperatures were much nicer. Although it's not so hot today, it's midday and there's a nice cool breeze. It's not as bad as yesterday, but still not complaining, of course. Could be worse. Could be 2 degrees like it is in Scotland. Well, the subway I went to was shut for renovations just now. That seems to be a thing. There's a few stations like that that just get completely renovated and renewed. So we'll find another one. Got another thing, it must be illegal to smoke weed on the streets here. This will be the third time I've smelled it, maybe more. So I made it to El Ateneo bookstore. Old theatre converted into a bookstore. I want to see it, it's so impressive. Must have been quite a place in its day, and if this shut down, what are the theatres like that are still left? I love the boxes. Well, after seeing that post box yesterday, there's a bit of British stuff going on here. I saw another post box yesterday as well, but take a look at this. Red telephone boxes. What's the point? The tourist thing. That's La Biella, that's where I'm doing my tour tomorrow for the Recoleta tour. There's another post box. They pop up everywhere, the old trucks. Quite impressive. There's a bike. I've been round this way before, but it's quite chilled round here. Quite like just get away from the frenzy of the city a wee bit. Yeah, those famous Argentinian animals, the kangaroos. There's no signs up there to say what they are. There's obviously some relevance. Missed this building a couple of times, but it's the first time I've seen it close up like this. It's quite impressive. The stairs look like it could do a bit of a weeding, but other than that, it's really big. Behind me is called Floralis Generica. Obviously it's a flower. It opens during the day and it closes at night when the sun goes down. Quite impressive. Just something I thought, like, there's homeless people as there are everywhere. You see them sleeping in doorways and things like that. But there must be a drug problem as such. They're nothing like the druggies we get back home. They're not as skeletal, and they don't do that 100-mile-an-hour walk that you see some of the druggies doing. They're always in a hurry to go somewhere. But I'm assuming it's alcohol. I mean, there is a lot of poverty, as I said. On the subways, folk go up and down. The car is just selling things. They'll put things on your lap, and then they say their speech, and then they go off. Then they come back and collect them for those that don't buy anything. I've seen some stuff get bought. Somebody bought a fan one time for their daughter, but that's about it. You get musicians on the subways as well. All they're doing is trying to make a bit of money. But yeah, I don't understand. I'm not sure about what they take. There's a guy approached me today, just my limited Spanish. He just wanted to dance. He seemed like he was drunk with alcohol rather than on drugs or anything. So, but yeah. I don't think it's not menacing like it can seem back at home. It's the Chilean embassy. No signs of life at the moment. Remembrance wall for the Chileans that were in Argentina at the time of the military junta, in memory of the males and female people that were detained, disappeared or executed for being political Chilenos in the Republic of Argentina between 73 and 83. Quite bad if you fled Chile to escape Pinochet and then ended up out the frying pan and in the fire. It's another public space, park in the middle of the city. It's quite nice, but busy as they usually are. Heading back to the room just now. Got plenty of steps in the day, but I'm letting it respect the climate, I think. I'm not going too fast. Plenty of breaks, and then do what I need to do, and then stop. I'm up bright and early today. Now I remember why I like mornings so much. The streets are empty and the temperature's quite cool. It's great. I'm heading up to Recoleta to do the cemetery tour. So I'll see you shortly. Other thing I've noticed, maybe because it's summer and it's quite dry, but you can smell where people are walking their dogs. Well, I'll leave you to make up your own minds on that one. It's a nice old-fashioned looking coffee shop. Just as a car goes past, it's a nice old-fashioned looking coffee shop. The way the painting's done, it's not as bright as other buildings, but that's a Buenos Aires thing. Yeah, the cemetery now. Just the way to join my tour a few minutes early. Imagine that, me early. All the tourist buses are here already, so I'll be busy in there. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so it'll not be too hot.
These families, let's imagine we're the ones creating these mausoleums in Europe, for example, and let me show you some things that I like very much. And take a look at that. Even if we would be closing this, we could still watch inside. Why? Because they decided to put glass. They are not buried, but stored in shells. How we can know that they were not burying their relatives? Take a look at this. And let me ask you the following. Do you think this family achieved world of having the best telling us about death? That is what the Recoleta Cemetary. So these families were so angry with the local government that they said, not a problem. If we are we have the national rock of Argentina. There's a very famous, they were getting this, and they are waiting for that. They are telling the administration. For many Argentinians, she's a world lady, princess. Part of this, this is also a military cemetery, but they don't understand what's happening. They can hear what doesn't open, and they just go, they just because they think they're going to be the sculpture of Richard. Take a look what a nice view you have there. Remember, the angels on the top of the mausoleums helping your relatives go to heaven.
Finally got in my room a wee bit earlier today again, not as early as yesterday, but it's still quite early. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, and it's Sunday and it's cool this morning. It's good in 5 or maybe even 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. It's got to be in sort of low mid 20s, so much more comfortable, warm in the sun. Anyway, blethering, wandering, we get the subway into town and go to San Telmo Market. See, because it's Sunday, the streets are a lot quieter and the roads so far. I like that. I was a block away, then I realised I'd forgotten my sunglasses, so I had to go back for them. Can't go out in January without your sunglasses, as our Scots know only too well. So, as well, the guide yesterday on the Recoleta tour, he was saying there's as many therapists per head of population in Buenos Aires, pretty much as there are in New York. They say that they envy the Brazilians because they're far more relaxed and like to party. I can see why they might envy that. Well, that was San Telmo Market. It was pretty amazing if you ask me. It wasn't the usual tat on sale on the stalls. There was a lot of work went into that. It was all handmade stuff, for the most part handmade. It was all quality stuff. I really liked that. Quiet day today. It's after lunchtime again. Although I did pop out this morning to see if I could get some bread, which I did get some bread. Anyway, we'll wait to see if I can find an old-fashioned cafe that was recommended. Like if you didn't want to go to the touristy Cafe Tortoni, this place is a good alternative. Plus I don't think you have to queue to get in this place either, which is always good. I meant to say, it's a lot cooler again today. See in the shade? Could almost need another layer on. That's how cool it is today. You don't see very often in Argentina. A traffic roundabout. Set my alarm up early today, up sharp anyway. I'm waiting to get a train, hopefully, and visit a place called La Plata, a wee bit further down the coast, just outside Buenos Aires. Yeah, nice to get out of the city for a wee while, I think. I'm running out of things to do though, so after today I better find somewhere else to keep me occupied because I've still got the best part of a week here. That's the main train station there that I'm wanting to get. Quite grand, isn't it? Well, got my ticket. It wasn't too bad in the end. Needed cash. Couldn't use my card, but waiting on my train. Platform 11. Yes. Made it to Plata. It was a wee bit sketchy and chaotic around the station, but it seems to be settling down now. Needless to say, the place is huge as well. I thought this would be a nice wee walkable town, but it's not. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. So wish me luck. Pavements are so uneven here. It's been like an obstacle course getting this far, which I don't know where I am. I've got a rough idea of the direction I'm going in, but yeah, this is a suck it and see kind of day. Holding that mast in place. It's the anchor point for that mast. It's getting a wee bit more interesting now. This is an interesting plaza. That's interesting. Pleasant. Oh, there's the headscarves that you see in Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires. That's the baby's nappies. The mothers that disappeared would wear their nappies on their heads until they got them back, or as a protest that they were still missing. Well, coming up to the main square, I think. Hope there's a bit more life to here. It's not like Buenos Aires, there's like a cafe or a restaurant on every street corner pretty much. You're spoilt for choice, but I'm getting quite peckish and I've not really seen anywhere that I can stop for a coffee. This just about makes La Plata worth the journey. That's beautiful, that cathedral. This wee fountain's not too shabby either. I was about to say Mar del Plata, that's a completely different place, a lot further away. This is La Plata. Zoom in on that building. It looks like somebody's got a palm tree on the rooftop garden. This is an impressive building. The closer I get. Wall mural of the current Pope. Pope Francis, isn't it? The place has certainly grown on me since I first got off the train. Down here is lovely, and obviously that cathedral behind me is really nice. The place is so big. When I saw it on the map I thought, oh, that's quite good. I might get to walk out to the river, because you're almost on the River Plate down here. I thought it might be easier to get down to the river, but no, that must be miles away. I'll not be going there from here either. Squares go, this is quite impressive as well. It's a big place. This place is called, another square called Plaza Italia. Not quite as big as the last place, but it's not too shabby either. Well, my Plata was a bit meh, so I'm back at the train station now. Train's in about 15 minutes. It was alright, it was worth the trip, but I wouldn't have come back. I meant to say, the train down was full of hawkers, and there was one singer. This was somebody trying to sell something, but I guess they've got to make a living somehow. Can't I blame them?